Ruben writes, "This is a very supportive way of responding, but why not ask him to put himself as the priority and just mail her stuff back and move on? Why the coddling? She's not sparing his feelings. Why should we?" Ruben, thanks for your comment, and I appreciate your straightforward approach. I think it's important to remember that responding to situations like the breakup you didn't want and now having to figure out what to do with that person's stuff because they aren't responding to your messages, but they're still watching your social media can be confusing for the person who is more anxious and struggles with setting boundaries in the romantic relationships. They're caught up in a story of what should have happened because they often try to anticipate and decipher every action a person makes. They're always looking to get back to a place of safety and security, which can often be none of those things when viewed from a third party perspective. And you may find yourself as the best friend saying, "Dude, just pack it up and send it to their parents' house." But someone who's more codependent in relationships, that can feel like the ultimate ending. And they're not prepared for that because in their mind, there was love regardless of how dysfunctional. And there can be love again if you can just say or do the right combination of things to make that happen. You also said she's not sparing any feelings, so why should we? That statement, if you're not careful, can carry with it anger, frustration, and resentment. This isn't about getting back at the other person. It's about doing what's best for you. When we act out of frustration or resentment, and yes, your disappointment and anger are merited, you end up carrying that with you into your next relationship unless you take the time to integrate and understand what actually transpired in that relationship and why. A lot of people make the mistake of dating someone new right away and end up creating the same conditions as before, just with a different person, but with the same circumstances. Remember, wherever you physically go, you bring your inner self with you, whether that is subconscious to your current awareness or not. And Brian, if you're watching this, the goal here isn't to make her feel a certain way. It's to reclaim your peace and emotional space. By choosing to move forward, you're not carrying that heavy energy into your next relationship. Instead, you're breaking the cycle and creating a healthier foundation for yourself. So focus on healing and not reacting. And remember, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom.